Eve has died. Sergeant Murphy blames me. I know she does.
Oh, I thought you'd never ask, PCO.
Go.
I just had a call from Joe Marsh, PDO released a couple of months ago. He's offering information.
What's he got?
Get this. He reckons someone's trying to hire him to do a hit.
Soliciting a murder. Could be interesting.
Yeah, well, Joe's skint, and he says he's not talking unless there's cash in it.
Phone him back, arrange a meet. What's this? Coffee morning?
No, Gov, it's a case conference.
So, we'll leave you to make a start.
Who's he think he is? That's rich coming from you. He was all over him like a rash yesterday.
Yeah, well, I don't like the way he's been treating you. I'm supporting my team.
That's what they told me.
Sarge? How you feeling?
I've been better. I saw Jazz last night.
Yeah, the DCI told me. You sure it was him?
This time he didn't just pop up from behind a bus. He came to my house.
Right, come on, come to my office.
Did you tell him? Now is he?
What do you think? I don't know if his daughter's just died.
And what's he gonna do?
He didn't hang around to say. I better go. Des turned up about 10 o'clock last night.
And why did he visit you?
We were having an affair. Des is Neve's father. You don't look surprised.
Sorry, Sheila, I don't do surprised.
I told him what had happened. He couldn't take it in at first. Then he just turned and ran. Now Neve's dead. There's nothing for him to hang around for. We need to find him now before he scarpers for good.
Romani, I want to go through the CSU jobs you're working on.
Sure, I'll sort them out before you go.
I'm trying to get an overview of the different departments, see if CID can assist you.
Oh, no, that's great. It's nice to see a DI taking an interest.
Joe Marsh will meet him in 10 minutes.
Okay, we'll get straight over. Talk later.
Absolutely.
Here we go.
You didn't say you were bringing no one.
This is my governor, D.I. Manson.
Yeah, well, I'd rather keep between you and me.
We're not here to be messed about. Have you got any information or not?
How much are you offering?
You tell me what you've got, and I'll tell you if I'm interested.
I ain't a grass. This is a one-off.
What have you got?
Des Taverner is Neve's father.
Do you know where Des has gone?
When he arrived, he asked me to take off to Spain with him.
Whereabouts?
Not sure. He said he had a mate who had a villa out there.
Well, MIT are already watching the airports. Let's hope he hasn't gone already.
There's a small chance that he might want to see Neve before he goes.
You've got to keep him away from her. He can't go anywhere near her.
Yeah, we'll do our best, but before I call MIT...
I've told you everything, Gulf.
I'm sorry, Sheila, but if you were in a relationship...
Which is now over. Des is a murderer. He has to be brought to justice.
Yeah, that's the car now.
You know what they say, right?
Yeah, well, we've been through it enough times.
Well, after the introductions, you leave the rest to me.
Who's this?
It's all right, Pauline, don't panic.
You can't just turn up with someone.
Look, I know I've got a reputation, but I'm not into bumping people off.
I am.
Yeah, but I don't know who you are.
Well, that goes for me too. Before we go any further, you and I need to have a little chat.
Look, he's all right. I met him inside. He's done this before.
If you want to leave it, it's fine by me.
No, all right, we'll have a chat.
I don't want to know nothing about it.
How do you know Joe?
We're at school together. Always was a hard nut. Well, when I heard he was out of prison, I made contact.
So, who do you want seeing to?
My husband, Mike. I want him killed and I want it done quick.
Yes, sir.
I want to report a crime.
Would like to give me some details?
I arranged to meet a young lady last night. She didn't bother to show.
Have you been stood up?
That's right, yeah.
What's your name, please?
Hastings.
Hello.
And what's your address, please?
Des, where are you?
Miss Chambers to you, thank you.
What sort of favour?
Right, we'll leave it 10 minutes. I'll call Pauline, fix up a price for the hit.
Well, Joe told her he wanted $5 grand for the job.
Should be easy enough. I'll wear a wire and arrange a meet.
Okay.
Look, I know you're the baby's father, but why don't you just come down to the station? What? Hand yourself in.
I travelled up to London last night. She was meant to meet me at Paddington.
What's the lady's name?
Julie Marsh. I know her better as Hot Pants. We met on an internet chat site. We've been chatting on there for weeks. It's a bit saucy here and there. We've been getting on great guns, so we wanted to take things a stage further.
I'm not surprised. She's 18 years old, blonde hair, blue eyes, loves aerobics and netball.
She says her dad's a lay preacher. Very strict, doesn't like her having boyfriends, so I couldn't go around the house.
Did you send this Hot Pants any money?
I'm not stupid. She said she was mad on big West End shows, so I thought I'd make it a special night. Got front row seats.
Is this you, Love Bandit?
I paid cash for the tickets. She wanted to know I wasn't messing about, so I sent her the tickets through the post.
Did you meet her there?
She'd already been in and got a refund.
Where did you send them?
It's local. I tried it last night. It's a firm that does P.O. box addresses.
I'd never have had you down for 32.
Pauline. Yeah. That job we talked about, that's $5 grand. Non-negotiable. Yeah. Well, like you said, we don't know each other, so I'll need half up front. Okay. I'll be there in 20 minutes. Terry.
Gina, just had a call from MIT. They want us to help in the search for Des.
MIT want us to do it?
Problem is, what do we tell the relief?
Des just called me. He wanted to know what chapter arrest Neve was in. I thought I'd better break it to you first.
It's all right, they already know. Des is heading for the chapel arrest. Thanks, Reg.
He wouldn't try and take the baby, would he?
I don't think even Des would go that far. But we need someone to keep an eye on the chapel.
Sir, I don't want the police anywhere near the funeral.
It's not my call, Sheila. It's MIT's.
I mean it, sir. I don't want my baby's funeral turning into a circus. I've told you everything. I can't do any more. Leave me to bury my baby in peace.
Testing, 1, 2, 3.
We'll have to be quick.
I need a photo of Mike and some details, where I can find him, where he works.
Where's the kitchen?
Okay, I need a recent photograph of the one stuff that he's not going to miss.
Right. I've got his address and I've got some old ID there. That'll do it.
This is his work address. How often is he there? You've got the cash, yeah?
Yes,
in the house?
That's right, yeah. I'll just nip upstairs and get the cash.
You sure about this? You want your husband dead?
Mike?
I thought I'd better come home and check on you. It's a good job I did.
That's not what you think. This is Mr. Bramwell.
Andy Bramwell. Nice to meet you.
Well, we decided to get a new alarm system, so he's come and give us a quote.
Who told you about him?
The guy at the corner shop, I think. Yeah, he gave us a business card.
Where is it?
It's upstairs.
Well, then you better go and find it.
I don't know what the problem is.
You're the problem. Out. That's what you want. Look, there's really no need for this, mate.
I said, get out!
Yeah, thanks for the warning, Terry.
I didn't know it was till he started walking up the pub.
He thought I was her lover. So it's going to kick off in there.
There's no point in hanging about here. They could be at this for hours.
I just need 2 minutes with Pauline on her own. I'll call it in, get uniform to deal with it.
That'll take too long. He could be killing her in there.
Know the operation.
Get out of the way, mate! Open up to police!
I'm going up on Pauline.
He could be killing her in there. She said there was money...
It's hardly conclusive, is it?
They're going to damage my door. What do you want?
D.I. Manson, Sunhill Police.
What's going on?
Where's your wife? It's okay. I'm a police officer. You managed to stand up. Up you get.
What happened? She's had another of her blackouts.
Looks like she's been punched in the face.
She caught herself on the table as she passed out. I want to know what this policeman was doing here when I arrived.
I'm not in any position to ask questions.
He's from Sunhill CSU. He wanted to know if I'd prosecute for the last time this happened.
You've got no right coming round here trying to stir things up.
Shut it.
Did Mike hit you, Pauline?
She didn't say it was me.
She didn't deny it either.
Nick him.
Mike Dobson.
Mind the suit.
You want to try that again? Mike Dobson, I'm arresting you on suspicion of assault. You do not have to say anything, but it may...
I'm sorry about this, Pauline, but we'll wait till Mike's gone.
And
then I'm going to have to arrest you.
Anything you do say may be given in evidence. Do you...
I don't want Mike finding out, but I could do with you helping us on the search.
Yes, sir.
This way, sir?
Are you sure you don't want an ambulance?
No, I'm fine.
I'll get the FME to check you over at the station.
Sir Joe Marsh set me up.
Yep, I'm afraid so, Pauline. Now, if you'd like to go upstairs and get the money you were going to pay me.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. Terry, take camera and start the search.
Okay.
Pauline Dobson, I'm arresting you for attempting to solicit the murder of your husband.
Right. The guy who runs the P.O. box addresses says he doesn't know who Hot Pants is.
But that's where she collected the tickets from.
Well, he's refused to help. He's more concerned about protecting the identity of his clients.
So she gets away with it again.
Hot Pants has done this before.
She was on the site last night talking to some other suckers.
We've made contact.
Yeah. I asked her what was going on. She barred any further messages. I'll tell the whole site she's a con woman.
No, we'll try and contact her.
Do what you like. I got a train to catch.
We'll be in touch.
Bye, sweetheart.
You want to chat up Hot Pants, don't you? It'll be like putty in my hands, Tony. We'll soon have her nicked.
Mike and Pauline Dobson.
Yes, Gov, I'm just looking through their history here.
Do you know them well?
No, I've never dealt with her, but there's a long history of domestic violence here. There's about 6 instances that we know of, and Pauline always refuses to prosecute. Have a look.
Well, she thought of another way to try and get rid of him. Pauline tried to hire me to kill Mike. I went undercover as a hitman. I want you to conduct the interviews.
You want me to handle it?
Yeah. Unfortunately, we didn't get a lot of evidence, so you're going to have to break her down a bit.
Does Mike know that she's been arrested?
Not at the moment. I want to keep it like that.
You know the violence has been getting worse.
That doesn't mean she can bump him off.
Yes, but it might explain
We're
why.
not here to discuss Pauline's marriage. We need to make sure we put her away.
Think there's a problem there?
Sounds like it.
How are you getting on with the new DI?
Yeah, he's, fine.
I know you better than that.
Yeah, get it going for this.
Come in.
What's Des doing going to visit Sheila?
I need you to keep this to yourself.
Okay.
Des and Sheila were having an affair, and he's the father of her baby.
You're kidding.
And you're not going to like this. We are helping MIT out with the search for Des.
I don't get it. Why is MIT involved?
Des started the fire at Sun Hill. To be precise, he's killed 6 people.
Let's call ourselves Sexpert.
I want something subtle. Romantic one. But write the one like a number.
Sexpert it is.
Certainly knows how to entice him, doesn't she?
She sounds hot, all right.
Don't believe this, dear. I'm not very experienced. I'm looking for a mature man who can teach me.
There she is.
Go on in. Send her a message.
I'll put, hi, babe. I think we're in here, Tony.
Go on in, chat her up.
Do you come here often?
Get out of it. Okay, right.
What's a nice girl like you doing on a chat site like this? That's well cheesy.
Yeah, watch and learn.
So make sure you lead with Pauline's interview.
What's the problem?
Well, DS Costa seems more concerned in Pauline, the victim.
Well, if Mike was beating her up, he might explain why she wanted him killed.
I'm not really interested in what drove her to it. I just want a confession. Romani, Kerry's going to sit in with this, all right? Get me a result.
Wants you to keep an eye on me, doesn't he?
Something like that.
Listen, I don't know how you work in public protection, but I handle CSU cases my way.
Fair enough.
Okay.
How much does Reg know?
Well, he's aware that Des is Neve's father. He doesn't know about the fire. He wouldn't be able to keep that to himself.
No, keep the gob shut.
Yeah. I don't know how he's going to cope with all this. You know, Des was his hero.
Yeah, who recently tried to kill him.
No, you're okay about staying overnight in Chapel Arrest?
Yeah, Mum, yeah.
Any sign of Des, call in straight away.
What are we looking for?
I don't know, breaking and entering. Go on, off you go.
Sorry, I don't know what you're talking about.
We have you on tape as saying you're going upstairs to get the money. So £2,500 in cash?
I thought he was the guy coming about the decorating.
Oh, come on, Pauline. You can do better than that.
Oh, I don't see why. What, have you got me on tape actually saying I want my husband killed?
You met with D.I. Manson and Joan Marsh this morning. Do you want to explain why?
No, I don't. Does Mike know I've been arrested?
No, we made sure he knows nothing about it.
Then I've got nothing else to say.
You wanted to get rid of Mike so the beatings would stop, didn't you?
I've got nothing to say.
If we just move on to Mike actually assaulting you.
I tripped and fell over.
He thought he'd caught you with a lover, though.
Look, you're wasting your time. I'm not making a statement against him.
I'll make sure I hold on tight.
Oh, that is one hot babe.
Right, I'm going to put, sounds good to me, gazing into those big blue eyes.
Keeping yourselves busy, then?
We're on a job, Mum.
My perfect hot day would be sitting round an open fire with my lover, champagne and Belgian chocolates.
Chocolates? Well, that's what she said to Eddie Hastings. He sent her a box.
Right. Well, we'll send her some through the post. Nick, when she goes to pick them up. We're about to get a result, Mum.
What, you found someone to go out with you?
Hot pants. She's ripping off losers who can't get a date.
Right, well, I'm glad we've got the right men for the job. Keep at it.
I've heard all about restraining orders and going to a refuge. I'm not interested.
I understand that you were married at 18. That's quite young, isn't it?
Which is what my family and friends warned me. If only I'd listened.
Was Mike your first proper boyfriend?
He was jealous even then. I used to find it flattering, knowing he cared so much.
Well, that's the trouble, I suppose, is as you grow older, you become different people, don't you?
So That's never changed. He's always been boring. He's always named Bess, too.
Have you been unhappy for a long time?
Ever since we got back from honeymoon?
Oh, wow. When did the beating start?
It's about 2 years after we got married. I was so fed up. I had an affair. Mike drove me to it. I suppose I was looking for someone to come riding up on a white Charger and rescue me.
And Mike found out about this?
Mike didn't just fracture my skull. He just became even more paranoid.
Has he tried to control you ever since?
I'm not allowed to go out or have friends. It's just like being a prisoner.
Pauline, I deal with victims like this all the time.
You've no idea what he's like.
I'll tell you exactly what he's like, shall I? He met us in a car park this morning because you have to follow a routine. Mike has to know exactly where you are at all times so he can check up on you.
You don't know the half of it. I'm not prosecuting and I've got nothing else to say.
So, basically, you've got nothing.
Well, it's very difficult, Gov, when she refuses to answer any questions.
Well, maybe if we'd waited and not gone rushing in there.
She could have ended up dead.
OK. Baylor, pending further inquiries.
Mike still doesn't know she's been nicked, Gov.
Yeah, we'll keep it like that. You can release her. We'll carry on with this in the morning. She's not going to get away with it. Good night.
Good night.
Did I ever tell you, Sarge, about when my mum died? Yeah, I was in our kitchen, listening to the wireless. It was Radio 2. Jimmy Young interviewing Harold Wilson. Now, she had a trick hip, and...
She must be mad.
She's not mad. He's just conditioned her for years to be a victim.
Yeah, but to go back home with him.
Sometimes things aren't as simple as you'd think.
Yeah, well, that goes for the offender, too. I'll see you tomorrow.
See you.
Leave it! Turn around! Security guard, Sarge.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, mate, but your boss told us that he was going to cancel you for tonight.
Did he?
Yeah. No hard feelings, eh?
Neil, have you got a minute?
Yes, go.
I hear you've been having problems with Eva.
Why, what's she been saying?
Well, she got you a good result yesterday.
I told her to leave the job to MIT.
Well, if she put a villain away.
That's not the point, Gov. She disregarded my orders. MIT would have got a result anyway.
Well, Eva said you threatened to get rid of her.
Well, that's laying it on a bit thick. I told her not to do it again, that's all. Look, Gov, Eva's a good copper. I need her on my team. Leave it to me, I'll square it with her.
All right.
Good morning.
You lost?
I'm sorry. Come and sit down.
No, you're right, Claire.
Terry, I've been thinking about Mike and Pauline.
Me too. Doesn't make sense.
No.
Anyway, you first.
Okay. According to the Chris entries, she's never tried to escape him or go to a refuge.
So why decide to kill Mike now, yeah?
Well, exactly. I mean, as victims go, she was pretty strong, you know, and strong enough to stand up to us over the hit, so you'd think that she would do a runner.
What struck me was how confident Mike was that she wouldn't prosecute.
And the way that she said that we didn't know the half of it.
It's as if he's done something so bad. I mean, a lot worse than beating her up, yeah?
I think we should talk to Pauline on her own and try and coax it out of her, yes?
You got a number?
Yeah.
You two? My office.
Okay. I'm beginning to see what you mean.
I'll back you up.
If I get a chance to say anything.
Go.
Just listen to the interview. Now, I told you not to treat her like a victim.
We were just trying to establish whether Mike's beatings drove her to taking out the hit, sir.
I think you've been in CSU too long.
What do you mean, though?
Forget what Mike's done. Pauline's the criminal here. She's tried to have someone murdered.
You will also have heard on the tape, sir, that she refused to discuss the hit.
No wonder if you two act like a couple of marriage guidance counsellors. Pauline is a dangerous woman. We need to find evidence to prove it. Start by looking for the cash for the hit. Check the Dobsons' bank accounts. Maybe she's taken out some kind of loan. Find out whether she's organised some kind of life insurance for Mike. Maybe she wants him bumped off so she can earn herself a few quid. It's D.I. Manson.
Got her. Wonder what she looks like. Bet she's a stunner. Yeah, she could be minging, though. Nah, get a feeling about these things. Yeah.
OK, there's been no loan or money taken out of the Dobsons' bank account. What about you?
Not sure, really. Mike Dobson's life insurance hasn't gone up. But the broker said something about a claim. Now, their car was stolen about 3 months ago from in front of the house, and it was used in a hit and run.
So who was the victim?
Peter Harrison. And he never regained consciousness.
That's a bit of a long shot.
Sergeant Smith dealt with the theft of the vehicle at the Nick.
OK. So what we'll do, we'll go and see Smithy before we take it any further, OK?
Anything?
No, sir, not yet, but we're looking into it.
We'll have to decide whether to warn Mike. We can't just leave him if his life's in danger, can we?
He's playing this all wrong, you know.
I agree. He's the boss.
I remember the job Harrison hit and run. Well, can't it wait? All right, I'll come back to the Nick. Something's popped up.
Well, look, don't worry, Sarge. Any problems, I'll call the backup.
I can't see Des turning up here. He's not that stupid. He knows we'll be watching the place. But if he does, hang on to him.
Sarge.
Peter Harrison died in the ambulance on the way to St Hughes.
The owner of the car, Mike Dobson, you paid him a visit, didn't you?
Yeah, he reported it stolen from outside of his house, so I went round and took a statement.
And you didn't think there was anything dodgy?
Mrs Dobson backed him up. She made a statement saying that they both went to bed, and when they got up in the morning, the car was gone. There was nothing linking the Dobsons to Harrison. I thought it was all above board, so I passed the job on to traffic.
You never found the driver, no?
No. But the way the car was burnt out, it looked like it was joyriders. You think the Dobsons are involved?
I'm not sure, but what about this Harrison?
He was popular. Everyone liked him. He certainly wasn't dodgy.
But?
Well, there was something about a girlfriend. He'd been telling everyone how happy he was and that he'd met the woman of his dreams and that they were going to move in together.
Who was she?
Dunno. We all thought she might have been married.
Why?
Well, she never came forward.
I hope she's not hot pants. Nah, she hasn't got the chocolates. Yeah? Sent a huge box in the shape of love heart. Well, you didn't get very far with it, did you? It was my chat-up line she went for. It's like being on a blind date, this, isn't it?
Should we have told the DI about this?
He doesn't care as long as he gets a result.
Do you know, I'm really worried about my department. I mean, it's not about clear-up rates, is it?
Come on. We've both seen coppers like Manson before. All he's worried about is his next promotion.
CSU is about assisting victims. They're helping them get through what they've just been through.
I've got the same problem with PPU. He thinks it's a waste of time sitting around chatting with offenders.
Did he tell you that?
No. He's too shrewd to actually say it. It's like the CSU. Because he knows how important both departments are in terms of Met policy. No. Also, the powers that be know how he truly thinks. That could seriously damage his prospects for promotion.
Sorry. Hiya. Oh. Oh, that's a shame. Yeah, okay. Well, make sure we do it soon. Okay? All right then, my love. Bye.
What's up?
Oh, it's just Jasmine, my stepdaughter. She's just cancelled dinner. I never get to see her anymore since I split up with her father.
Oh, what's wrong with that?
So difficult to find a place, you know, to live. I mean, I've got an old friend to put me up, but it's a bit tricky. I mean, he's married. I'm in the way, you know. What about you?
Nothing to tell, really.
Aren't you married? Haven't you got a couple of kids and some...
Oh, there's Pauline now.
Oh, you were right. Mike does keep her into a strict routine.
It's typical of this type of offender. They like to keep the pressure on.
I've told you, I've got nothing else to say.
Pauline, either we talk here or we go back to the station. It's up to you. Why don't you get in the car, please? It won't take long. I don't think you know just how much trouble you're in.
There's a good chance he'll go to prison for trying to have Mike killed, you know.
Well, at least he'll get me away from him.
You could be facing a custodial sentence.
You're the victim here, Pauline.
Pauline, please. You know, you've wasted enough of your life on Mike. I mean, don't throw away the rest, please.
He'll kill me if I say anything.
What do you think he's going to do when he finds out you tried to hire a hitman?
You know, yesterday, when you said that we didn't really know what Mike was capable of, were you having an affair with Peter Harrison? He said that he'd met the woman of his dreams. You were going to move in together.
Mike's car wasn't pinched. It went out and killed Pete.
Why didn't you tell me you were investigating a murder?
I didn't realise it was a murder until we started looking into it, Goff.
Stay at the library.
Sorry, Pauline. Sir, with respect, I'm in the...
Are you prepared to give a statement about what happened to Peter?
As long as you lock Mike away.
Well, to do that, we need evidence. How do you know Mike knocked Peter down?
Because he gloated about it ever since. Threatening to do the same to me.
Sir, may I... Pauline, you made a statement saying that on the night that the car was stolen, you and your husband were in bed asleep.
I lied. I'd been beaten half to death for the affair. I was terrified.
And how did Mike know Peter's address?
Well, it made me give it to him. I tried not to, but he kicked it out of me.
Okay. Tell us exactly what happened that night.
Mike beat me up. He locked me in the spare bedroom. I heard him leave about 7. He came back about 10. Walked in and handed me Pete's library card.
Did he take it from the body?
He said he wouldn't be needing this anymore. He just bumped off my lover boy. You don't know what it's like. Losing someone you love and not being able to grieve.
Did Mike keep the card?
No, he threw it away.
Did Mike come back and change his clothes? And had he burnt himself when he set fire to the car?
All I know is he brought back a bag of stuff he'd saved.
What was in the bag?
Mike's car stereo. He didn't want to burn it. It's a really good one.
Where's the stereo now?
In the car he's driving.
I hope that's her. I told you she'd be gorgeous.
Oh,
She's hot pants, all right. We nick her on the way out. Oh, I can't wait.
What's going on?
The car keys. Terry, get the stereo, will you? Mike Dobson, I'm arresting you for the murder of Peter Harrison.
Stupid bitch. Looks like she's been busy. Morning, hot pants. What? Do you want to go look in the bag?
What do you think you're doing?
No chocolates in it, though.
Excuse me.
I'm sorry, it was a mistake, Tona. Don't tell me you're hot pants.
The stereo doesn't prove anything. I took it out of the car the night before the accident. It had been chewing tapes up.
Why not mention it at the time?
I thought I'd keep quiet about it, yeah. Fiddle a check out of the insurance. Pauline gave a statement saying I was in bed with her when Harrison got knocked down. You've got nothing. But there's nothing in there. It's just Bill's personal stuff, yeah?
No wonder you were starting to panic. I'm used to dealing with violent offenders. You kept that as a threat, just in case Pauline stepped out of line, yeah?
Peter Harrison's library card.
Not exactly five-star accommodation, is it? You and Smithy can't have got much sleep in here. I've come to see me daughter.
I've got to call it in.
Don't do that, Reggie, babe. I don't want to have to hurt you.
I've got to. Sierra Oscar.
Oh, yeah! Ah! 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 Oh! Oh! Oh!
Hello, Neve. Your dad's come to see you.
"171 from Sierra Oscar. Are you receiving?" Oh, I've been trying to get Reg for the last few minutes.
He's not responded.
No more. Reg, pick up.
Have you heard from Reg?
No, let's get over there.
He called him, then went off air.
Pauline, you admit to asking Joe Marsh to kill your husband, Mike.
Yeah. But he turned up with D.I. Manson. He said he'd do it for me.
When D.I. Manson arrived at the house, you went upstairs to get some money.
£2,500. He wanted half up front to get rid of Mike.
Why did you want Mike killed?
I couldn't stand being kicked and punched around the room anymore.
Had the violence got worse?
After he found out about Peter, then, well, it's been every day.
And you didn't try to run away?
I was too terrified. He'd have only found me.
So as far as you were concerned, the only option open to you was to kill Mike?
Well, after what he did to Peter, I knew it was either him or me.
Thank you. Well, I think that's about it. Interview terminated 13:32. Pauline, I can't promise anything, but I'm hoping that CPS is going to see that Mike drove you to it and decide not to prosecute.
And Mike will definitely go to prison.
Absolutely, he's going to go down for life. Thank you.
I saw Harrison leave his flat. There was no one about. It was easy.
After you knocked him down, you got out and checked he was dead.
Yeah. I thought, I'll take his library card. I'd followed Pauline there. It's where she used to meet him. She's not the victim in all this.
Oh, yeah? How'd you work that out?
I love her too much. She means everything to me. But I was never enough for her. You know about her affairs.
Doesn't give you the right to use her as a punch bag, though, does it?
It was the only way I could make her stay with me.
Yeah, well, she's gone for good now, Mike.
Came back for you and your mum. I wanted us to be a family. Go abroad. In the sun. Get a nice house. With a garden and... maybe even a pool. I could have taught you to swim. Because that's what dads do, isn't it? Hey. You didn't want me to say goodbye to me, baby. Kids just don't die like that. What happened?
It was a tragic accident.
Didn't anyone notice she was ill?
Neve had a hole in her heart. There's no way Cameron could have known that.
Cameron? What's he got to do with it?
Okay, this way, Norman.
Good.
Thanks, Sarge.
Garth, I'd like to recommend that CPS drop all charges against Pauline.
On what grounds?
Well, it was Mike's violence that drove her to it.
That doesn't change the fact that if Joan Marsh had been up for it, Mike would now be dead.
I agree with Romani, boss. Besides, we'd be better off using her as a prosecution witness, wouldn't we?
We don't need her. He's made a confession. Pauline's committed a crime. We charge her, send the papers in, let the CPS decide.
In other words, it doesn't matter what the victim's been through.
You know what he's like for results. Why settle for one when you can have both?
I've been hot pants for about 10 months.
Always on the same chat site?
No, I make what I can for a few weeks and then move to another. There's enough of them.
But you use the same trick?
19, blonde hair, blue eyes. Looking for a mature guy to show me how to love.
So what sort of stuff have they sent you?
Well, chocolates, flowers, champagne. I even had a trawlerman send me kippers.
Anything else?
CDs, tapes, personal stereos, teddies, loads of sexy underwear.
Eddie Hastings sent you theatre tickets.
Well, he told me he paid cash for them, so I went and got a refund.
How many men have sent you things?
Well, at least 100, and that's just in this country.
What, they've been sending you stuff from abroad?
Oh, yeah, America, Canada, Japan.
Have you still got any of these gifts?
What I haven't sold's at my flat.
Better get round here, make a list.
Yeah.
What are you going to charge me with? Deception?
Well, you're not exactly hot pants, are you?
Just one last question. How did you choose your victims?
I only reply to the really sad ones. You know, you can tell how desperate they are.
We went running to the DCI then.
Well, I don't like being threatened.
Well, it's not a threat anymore. It's a promise. I'll have you out of here.
Garth?
Yeah.
I've just finished the paperwork, Pauline, so unless you need me for something else...
Oh, yeah, we didn't have that chat about CSU, did we?
No. Well, you can see how it worked with Pauline if I didn't get to know her as a victim.
Yeah, it got us a good result. I can see why the Met rates CSU so highly.
Thank you.
It's also why I'll be taking a more active interest in the department.
In what way, sir?
Well, from now on, I'll be supervising the allocation of CSU and CID cases.
Where does that leave me?
Getting on with the job, instead of being bogged down with paperwork.
So I can't actually decide what jobs I follow up?
We'll decide together. We need to concentrate on the victims where there's a good chance of conviction.
That's the point. We don't take all our cases to court. The way we get a result is by helping the local community.
The best way of helping them is by putting away villains. And judging by today, I need to use your talents more effectively. So, when you and your team aren't so busy, you can assist with CID cases.
So, it's a full-time job dealing with race and hate crime.
Not if we're more selective.
But that is not the way CSU works.
It does now.
I see. Right, Gov.
Romani, congratulations on that result today. Hey. What's wrong?
I've had my department taken away from me.
What did he say?
It's absolutely crazy. It's like he's doing me a favour, right? But he's going to be allocating CSU cases from now on.
He'll be doing the same with PPU next.
In other words, we'll only be concentrating on victims when Manson decides that CPS can prosecute and get a result.
No doubt the same will apply to offenders.
I've had enough of this. Listen, why don't we just go out and get a drink or something?
I won't, thanks.
Come on, I'll buy. We can go and celebrate putting Mike away.
Look, no offence, but I don't mix business with pleasure. I'll see you in the morning.
Smithy, look for Des. Oh, you all right?
Yeah, look, I've let it slip that Cameron was babysitting Neve when she died.
What does he say?
Well, now he's blaming Cameron for Neve's death.
Would you know where he's gone?
Well, no, but I think we need to find him quickly. He's threatening to kill Cameron.
Next time on The Bill.
You know Des started that fire, don't you?
PC Tate! Inside, now.
Oh, Ma. There's a whole new meaning to the word rear yard.